Well, we're almost halfway through the show. Why don't we do the news? You want to do the news? Let's do
There's big news, Jimmy.
Oh, good Lord. I'm afraid to ask. Mark, what in the holy hell is on your hand?
Well, you've heard of Punxsutawney Phil. This is Elizabethtown Eddie.
Oh, I like him better than that dumb bitch Mountjoy Mini.
Oh, and now Eddie is going to tell me he knows where Timmy Scissors Feet, aka Tim, not the Toolman Taylor, where he gets his salsa from. He's going to whisper it in my ear, Tim. New York City. Now I heard everything. Tim, that's going to raise a big stink around here. He can't hurt you from here. That whole shadow thing, 6 more weeks to winter anyway. All right.
I forget what layout it was. You'll have to take them off of full screen.
I got you.
He's upset. Tim, you really get your salsa from New York City.
New York City.
Was that Old El Paso? Or is that what salsa was that?
Mark's so old it was just El Paso.
That's right. It was just Paso.
It was just Paso. You are out of line, sir. You are out of line.
Poor Tim, he's upset. Tim, remember that time you were dating that tennis player back in high school? She told you that love means nothing. You broke it off with her.
I was uncultured.
I'm honestly surprised that you understand that joke.
I don't know that he understands the joke.
Tim doesn't understand it.
Me or him?
Mark.
Oh.
Mark, I could see him hearing the joke. Somebody laughed at it, and he's like, "Yep, I'm putting that one in the memory bank."
I put it in the memory bank. So love, Tim, in tennis, that means when you're tied. So you're tied, and she didn't like you anymore. No, it means it was zero. Love's when both players have zero. And if love means nothing, it's zero, like in tennis.
I love you. God damn it. I can't stand this show, though.
It is the
The first 15 minutes, Mark, because you were late, we pretty much were just talking about we were talking about how you can't tag Timmy anymore because he had a fit about it, and we have to set up a signal.
That would make a great shirt.
And then we said
there's the smoke signal.
Smoke signal.
Can I say what my favorite thing about the smoke signal is?
Can we make this, but with Timmy Scissor Feet, Timmy Scissor Bat? No. Just put a bat mask over Timmy Scissors Feet?
Yes.
We probably can. I can work on that.
So what I love about this so much is it also makes me think that Smokey the Bear is a Care Bear.
It does. It does.
Oh.
It looks like it's coming out of his
shooting it right from the belly.
Right from the belly.
That's right. Look at that.
Now that would be a good topic for the Tuesday show. What would you have on your belly, Tim, if you were a Care Bear?
That would be a good Tuesday topic.
I bet Jimmy would have dirty dishes.
That's good. That's
dirty
topical. I love
dishes.
it. Dirty dishes.
I hate you so much. What's next for AJ Styles has quietly become one of the biggest unanswered questions in professional wrestling, with several major companies closely monitoring his status following what is believed to be the end of his WWE in-ring career. As things currently stand, Styles' run as an active competitor in the WWE is widely believed to be over. One source noted that regardless of what he chooses to do next, Styles has had a significant autonomy in shaping his exit strategy. Another management level source indicated that WWE would be open to extending him, but that Styles has been upfront for years that retirement has always been a serious consideration. A source close to Styles indicated that they were aware his in-ring WWE career was ending at the Royal Rumble, but they were unsure what comes next. According to that source, money is not the driving factor for Styles at this stage of his career. Instead, he is in a position where he intends to do exactly what he wants if he does anything at all on his own terms. Whether that means a final run elsewhere, a special attraction schedule, or quietly stepping away from the ring altogether, AJ Styles remains firmly in control of his future, and the wrestling world is watching closely. And I do know that he was on the Stephanie McMahon podcast and basically said, the classic phrase in professional wrestling, you can never say never. But it does seem to kind of indicate that at least for the short term, his career is over. Now, I know we talked about this a little bit last week going into the Royal Rumble and our predictions for the show. I think we're all kind of in agreement that we thought it would be the end of his WWE career, but that he will not be fully retiring yet. Has the last week changed your mind at all? Do you think he does end up having a match or some matches elsewhere before he does finally call it quits? Or do we think that his career is over completely?
I know the never say never is usually like a WWE thing, but I don't know how the WWE would get out of him being retired by Gunther. Like, that seems like there should be some finality there. To have Styles come back and wrestle in the WWE would cheapen the match with Gunther, and ultimately it doesn't mean anything. So I think he has to be done with the WWE. I don't think he's done wrestling. I think we'll see something. I don't know if AEW makes a ton of sense. I think there's some dream matches over there, or once again matches. But I think you could have them in Japan if he wanted to, and his career still in TNA, where I think he should ultimately wrestle his final match.
Yeah, I think in a perfect world is his final match. If it isn't on this past Saturday against Gunther, which I think is the way you end his WWE career, and the contrast between a guy who knew his career, win or loss, was done and accepted it, and a guy who fought and fought and fought until he passed out and was shocked to learn that he had passed out. The contrast there, I think that is a great way to close that chapter. But I think that in a perfect world, at the very least, one more TNA match, even if it's not a short run there or matches somewhere else. I do think AJ Styles' final wrestling match should be in TNA.
I can't be mad either way, whether AJ's done or not. I think that there's a really good likelihood he shows up in AEW for a little bit. But I'm just not sure in any other regard.
When is are they doing I wonder, and Tim will probably have a better answer for this when he gets back, but I feel like if he's going to do anything AEW related, I feel like it would make the most sense when they do like the Worlds Collide or whatever, the maybe not Worlds Collide, but the joint show with New Japan. Like, I feel like that would make the most sense, because you don't have to do even like a short-term signing. You can just do a kind of one-off there in AEW along with New Japan. What do you think, Mark?
Sure. Now, I think it'd be nice if he had a match or two in TNA and kind of put a button on things in TNA. But I like that idea, Jimmy, with New Japan and possibly being on a show with AEW without actually signing with AEW.
Mark, can I ask a serious question? Is the reason you're wearing that hand puppet is so that it keeps your hand warm because you won't turn the heat on in your house?
Yes.
Well, I respect it. Because it is quite chilly.
Did you want some chili, Jimmy?
No, we actually had chili the other night. So
my
God. Last thing I have in the news this week is there was a return at.
Loki was excited. Brie mode.
Last week in Brie mode. We got to hit the sad version too. I forgot how much this one bops. But Brie Bella made her return to the WWE over the weekend at the 2026 Royal Rumble. She did compete in the Royal Rumble match. Oh, let's get to it. Love it. I don't think we can get shadow banned for the for the tune down one. I think that one we're safe. But Brie Bella competed in the Women's Royal Rumble match, reunited with her sister, WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. Following the event, Brie and Nikki appeared together on Raw on Monday night, where they expressed their desire to win the women's tag team titles. According to Dave Meltzer, in the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Brie and Nikki are committed to being a babyface tag team without any plans for a heel turn. This also indicates that Brie is back in the WWE as a full-time performer. Initially, there was reports suggesting her return may be a one-off deal, but that does not appear to be the case any longer. So, looks to be the Bella twins are back, at least for the interim here. Yes, Mark.
Jimmy, did you see them on Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia?
I did. I watched Monday Night Raw this week.
Boy, their promo went over like somebody breaking wind in church.
It was
hey, Lon.
It was a weird segment. I felt like they could have just done that backstage or like at the entrance ramp, like with Jackie Redmond or somebody. It was an awkward segment.
The fans did not care.
No,
the Philly fans did not care at all.
Well, and I think because I think the fans were chanting like Coop for like Cooper DeJean at her because that's the rumors that she is dating the Eagles defensive back. I think Nikki thought they were booing her, so she tried to do like a heel thing where she made fun of the Eagles, and then Brie was like, no, they weren't booing us. And it was just it went over like a lead balloon.
Like a Led Zeppelin. It was bad.
I'm curious if the WWE scheduled that thinking that the Bellas were going to get like an exciting white bump.
Yes.
From being in Philly, like, oh, they're gonna love her. She's connected to Coop. And then it's like, no, they don't care. Yeah,
they were tired, I think, at that point of the show. But yeah, they are back. I assume they will win the tag titles at WrestleMania. I think that's
sure.
I feel like that's probably where we are heading. But Tim, going back to the AJ Styles story, do they still do the joint show with New Japan AEW?
Mm-hmm. They do. Okay. Forbidden Door should still be
Forbidden Door. I said Worlds Collide, and I knew that wasn't right.
Worlds Collide's WWE product.
Yeah. Because it used to be it was like an NXT thing, and now it's WWE and AAA, right? When they do,
it was like NXT. It was like NXT versus NXT versus NXT UK.
That's what it was.
And then it eventually became
like a scrimmage.
Yeah.
The scrimmage. Yeah. So I feel like that would probably be a really good spot to do an AJ match with AEW, because you could it could be kind of a one-off deal where he comes in and wrestles Fletcher or wrestles whomever they want to put in, and then it doesn't even have to be any sort of a contractual agreement. Not saying that he can't. Certainly he. Right. I think because the reports are his contract with WWE expired like this week, so he, much like Tommaso Ciampa, can go anywhere at any time. So it'll be.
Tim, you've been a much bigger Japan fan than myself. Is there matches that at this point in AJ's career you'd be interested in seeing? even if it is somebody that's currently contracted to AEW.
So as far as like AJ's run outside of WWE, there are, I don't know if there's any really on like the New Japan roster currently that I would consider a matchup for him, because everybody is either retired or come to AEW that I'd want him to have a match with, like whether it's Okada or Omega, or like it would be Tanahashi, but Tanahashi's retired. Osprey, Switchblade, they're all AEW. There's not really a lot for him at current New Japan other than like, oh, he's a former IWGP champion. But yeah, there is a lot I'd be interested in seeing with AEW, just from the names I just mentioned with like Omega and Osprey.
Right, Omega, what ultimately kicked him out of Bullet Club?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there is stories there for sure,
Right.
if or matches there, even if again this is kind of these spot matches from here or there. I think immediately after the match with Gunther, I think was it Osprey or Fletcher that was like just posted like the eyes, like the eyes emoji. I think it might have been Osprey. Yeah, which again, if that match happens wherever it is, I will make sure that I watch that. Like,
it's a mirror match.
Yeah,
it really is. It's like watching modern day AJ Styles versus like the 2.0 version.
Yeah, and I think it is good. Like, I mean, we've seen maybe a time or two, depending on the opponent, AJ start to not look like AJ Styles anymore. So I think going out this year is the right answer, so that he doesn't become less than. But yeah, there's still a couple potentials out there should those matches come to be. But